$1. So zooming out on the all, boom.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Hope all is well and you're staying safe out there. Just an update. Tonight I want to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is, can LBC get to $1 again? So before I get into that, as always, make sure you check out my Cryptoslo library channel. I'm currently running, however, a 5,000 TRX giveaway. If you're already a library holder, I've opened it up. If you sub, leave a little support, and leave your TRX addy, you will be in the running for one of the 5 1,000 TRX transfers. So now that I got that house cleaning out of the way, let's go back to library and talk about it. First and foremost, the price. It has skyrocketed in the last month. We went from 2 cents to over 6 cents. If you look at the 1334, we're bouncing off of it very, very nicely. You know, I thought this was going to break down. It broke down a little bit, but it was just kind of a pullback. If we go on the 3-month, the 13 is still well above. 6-month looks fantastic. Now, do I think we're a little overextended? Yes and no. I mean, it's tracking the 13 pretty solidly, but yes, it is still a little parabolic right now if you're thinking of getting a bag. But let's zoom out further. Before we do that though, let's look at the 1 week. So we did get that cross breakdown on the 13, but we popped back over. Now, as always with weekends, I take weekend volume and price action with a grain of salt. I usually don't really calculate that into you know, what I'm looking at. So let's look at CoinMarketCap and see where library is standing right now. LBC. Library credits, rank 150. So not bad, not bad. 24-hour volume over $1 million. That's pretty freaking fantastic. Market cap is about $20 million in that neighborhood. So it is still a small cap crypto. Circulating supply is 363 million, and the max is 1 billion. Now, the 363 million, with the minting and the tokenomics, a lot of that is through tips. And I do know recently they adjusted the tip rate, obviously, because the price has skyrocketed up so fast. They just throttled it back a little bit for inflation, probably obviously to balance it out so you can avoid massive selling pressure. Going over to back to BitScreener, like I said, 363 million circulating supply. And I think the nice thing about that is the new tokens are kind of being released in an organic matter, and that is as people view and support content on library, it pushes it up higher and higher. And you know, with that being said, you know, I feel like we're in at the ground floor on library, in the sense that with the YouTube sync, they've made it possible to get a massive amount of content over to library easily. If everyone was building their channels from scratch, I think the growth would be very, very slow. And none of the other platforms offer this YouTube sync ability, and I think this has been key to their rapid growth. So let's look at some of their growth statistics on Librarynomics. Let's look at the channel chart. Absolutely ridiculous. 175,000 channels. So let's just look at how many YouTube channels are there. It's a good question for Google. 31 million. So let's do some math. So 175,000 divided by 31 million times 100. So we're at about 0.5% of what YouTube is right now. Just to give you an idea of how much growth library could have. Like it's crazy. Think about this. If just even a more percentage of YouTube people move over to library, then I mean the platform is going to be absolutely massive. Massive. Some other interesting statistics. You can see the total amount of locked and tips, and that's good because that's the other thing is library keeps coins out of circulation by getting them locked into supports and tips, and that is what is a driving factor of library on the system. Now looks like there was a massive queue. This is the YouTube sync of new people, average followers for the number of top 200 channels. So this you can kind of see where you need to fall to be on one of the top 200 channels, and that's 4464. Now that number is not a median, it's an average, and it's skewed because some of the top channels have massive followings. So you can see this site, the librarynomics.com, I'll post that in the video as well, but this is fantastic. It gives you a lot of information about growth and where people are. Now, what is my goal? My goal is to get into the top 200, and I'm hoping to do this by June 1st. That's the end of my giveaway. It's 9:25, and I'm currently sitting around 700 something. So if you're into crypto and you haven't subscribed to my channel, sub and leave your TRX adding, you get into the competition for the giveaway. I want to be in there. I kind of missed it on YouTube because I started my channel in 2017. I've been doing crypto videos for about 3 years, and I was about 6 months late. And it's really, I tell you, it's a grind to get up there and get through the mess. But I've tried to be consistent, keep bringing you guys the latest, greatest, greatest crypto news, and that's that. So let's get to the best part of the video. $1. So zooming out on the all, boom, we can see that, let's see, this price kind of got crushed, and this was the Bitcoin moon, and then we had the crypto winter, and we are waiting to get out. And as you can see, that little glimmer of light right there at the end. So you can see this coin has already been well over $1 when it initially launched, again during the bull run of 17. And like I said, the big difference is library actually solves a problem. It allows people to speak their mind. And like I said, there are other platforms out there, Mind, Speak, this, that, Hive, Steam, and they don't have the growth rate the library does. And as you can see in the crypto winter, now look at the volume. You can see we had massive volume runs during 17, and we're not even coming off the line on the volume. So it's definitely going to need the volume to get to $1. But do I think it's possible? Number one, absolutely. Do I think it's probable? Absolutely. I think library could mint millionaires, and I don't say that lightly with many coins, but I really think it could mint millionaires. And yeah, just the people that are in and believe in the project early and have the long-term vision, you can see 2 or 3 years of this, of waiting. But things are a lot different. Things are moving. They're fixing things. They have a mobile app. most cryptos don't have a mobile app, which because most of them are scammy and they, Android and iPhone block them. So, based on the fact that this has been over $1 already, makes it more likely that it'll go over $1, number one. Number two, the growth rate is off the chart. Is off the chart, okay? We continue this parabola of growth, the volume will come because more people want the coin. That's just how, that's just, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So, what am I doing? I am accumulating. I actually had a super nice bag when it was like a penny, and unfortunately I was short-sighted and took a little profits, and I should have held. I would have been up so good right now, sitting pretty. So, but other than that, like I said, library, check it out if you haven't already. Download the mobile app. It's so much simpler than Steam, so much simpler than Hive. It's on-chain, it's uncensored, and it will continue to bring the content. And honestly, I think as crypto bull run comes again, you're going to see a lot more scrutiny on YouTube and blocking of content. That's just the reality of it. People don't care about it when the coins are down, but when the coins are up, then all of a sudden, oh, blah 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 blah. You know how it is. That's how it is. People don't have interest until it's successful. But you can see this huge MACD. It's just like the longest MACD on the planet, just waiting to explode. Now, is the RSI high? It is high, but this thing just keeps going. We bounced off the line and we keep going. So with that, I'm calling it. I'm calling it today, May 16th, 2020. That library will be $1, I would say, within a year. Not financial advice. Do your own research, but that is my opinion. Well, as always, like, subscribe, hit that like button, and this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.